Very excited to talk to you both, Mr. Lawrence. I don't know if you remember, but we actually last talked at Comic-Con where you came in our room and you colored with crayons.
I do. That was awesome. Yeah, we had a ball that day.
Well, we try to have a little bit of fun.
That's like your dream. Yeah.
That's what Comic-Con is, and I think that's what the fans want. So why not have some fun with it too? And speaking of what the fans want, let's talk about Plankton the movie. This seems like just so much fun, and more importantly, like anytime you can delve into your favorite character and go deep, I mean, how could you not want to? I guess let's start especially with Karen too, because Karen, I think, just gets more and more. I don't know what the computer term is, RAM, different IP addresses, something.
She's got upgrades or updates, whatever. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you kind of saw Karen coming in, just because, of course, Plankton is always in the lead, but it's time for Karen to get in the spotlight.
Well, Doug wrote, it's his story, so I just got the benefit of that. So do you want Doug to answer how he came up with that, or?
Well, I guess let's go with it. Well, I was trying to give Karen a little love to begin with, because I think she kind of has. I'm definitely going to get into everything that is Plankton, but I just wanted to find out what you thought of the being able to go off of this. I mean, because I know a little bit about your history too. I know that you've done a bunch of voices in the past, and you've done a bunch of TV work as well. A lot of shows that were people's names, Ellen and John Larroquette and Seinfeld and one-off names. So now you're in Plankton. So what's it like to expand on Karen?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's fun to take a character that you've been playing for, how many years now?
26. This year is 26.
Yeah. So you've been playing this character for 26 years, and then you get a gift of, this is a backstory, and you get to come up with all these different, and you get to do these different voices and different, when the head splits up, these different sides of her personality. Each personality almost has its own voice and character. So that was really fun. I mean, it was really challenging, but I love that. I love, it's like, you come to work every day for so many years and you do this job and you love your job, and then someone goes, and we're adding this, thing to it today, and you get this whole new, it just it was thrilling. I loved it.
Now to go to the myth and the legend that is Plankton. Tell me a little bit about, there's so many different things that come into this. We have singing, we have emotion, we have throwbacks and backstories and different styles of art. I mean, how did all this come together to make this film?
Well, it started as a special idea, and then the studio told us we were going to probably be doing a Sandy movie and a Plankton movie. And the idea I was working on kind of fit right into that. We're always trying to come up with new things that the characters haven't done yet, just to keep it fresh on the show itself. But this idea seemed to fit because it had an opportunity to be way more epic than we could get on the show, with just all the different set pieces and all the different, we're not able to do this many songs in the show. We get, you get one song every so often, and that's kind of it on an episode, of the show. So to be able to really open up and do something crazier with all the styles, that was part of it too. We wanted to keep it interesting. We didn't want it to all feel the same. We wanted to feel like we're diving into new territories here with the movie. So that's why you get the different styles of animation, which I'm glad you noticed, and the songs. And there were more. There were more songs at one time. I think there was double the amount of songs that we were putting through it. And then we realized that's a little bit too much, because it was just you're stopping every 5 minutes for a song. And we're like, nah, this isn't Oklahoma. Let's just Let's just
I don't know.
Pick the songs that mean something to the story, and that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
Well, we're all kids at heart. Isn't like music a way to keep kids interested, keeps things to the beat or whatever too?
Sure.
So,
sure, yeah. When
I
it came up, okay. No, I was just saying when it became a thing that we were talking about. Oh, it'd be fun to do a musical. It became that's a challenge all by itself, saying you're going to do a songs and in the Plankton movie, which is also sounds silly. It sounds like, why would you do that? Why are we singing in that one? But I think that's what makes it special, and that's what makes it kind of a surprise. And we're always trying to surprise everybody. So hopefully mission accomplished. We'll see.
Well, I think so too. And also just the ability to go back to college to kind of like change and look at those things. And like, did either of you kind of think about that relationship as deep until you got into this point? Because it's a very heartfelt relationship when you get into it and how it all works out too, you know? First a plankton and its potato, and then we move from there. So
Right.
what was the thought process on, how you wanted to expand it and how close you really wanted to make them as well?
I think they were always close. I mean, I think they're always close. Like there are episodes where there are some very sweet episodes, with them where like they care about each other. Even though they bicker a lot, they care about each other. And I've said it before, I always think of the honeymooners, like they love each other. And I think Karen has his back always, so that was kind of there, but it was just really fun to, it's always fun to go back and hear, like, the way kids say to the parents, like, but how did you guys meet? People love that, the origin story, the meet cutes.
Yeah. This is it. This is the
yeah.
It's sort of like
was fun.
And him needing someone to talk to who was he felt is on his intellectual level
Yes.
is part of to me is one of the greatest things about going back and doing that and seeing that he wasn't just looking for a computer to run numbers for him. He was actually looking for a friend, and that's he didn't even realize he was looking for a friend necessarily. He was just stumbles upon a friend, stumbles upon creating a friend.
Yeah.
It's funny you actually said, Joe, honeymooners too, because now I can see that honeymooners, especially when she's giving him the ultimatum, like it's you can almost hear to the moon, Alice, kind of in that when she gets angry as well too. And, it's so funny how some of those tropes kind of work. It doesn't matter if it's a kids show or an adult show or how this humor works too. What do you guys try to input into the personalities of them as you've kind of grown with them too? Is there something that you think you do more now than when you first started with Karen, with Plankton? Is there something that you do more, you lean into more that maybe, I don't know, I always, because I love voice characters, and I don't want to expound too much on this, but there's always these things you start with, and then the things you believe in, and then things you're like, well, this is a hit. Like, we have to go with it. Like, it's all going to be like, no, it's all pies to the face from now on, folks. That's what they want, kind of thing.
Right.
So, what do you think that you first saw in the character, and what have you expanded on that you are maybe really enjoy or were surprised by?
Doug?
I think it's, over the years, it started off, you could say when we started, it was kind of like, I wouldn't say it was a one-note joke, but it was kind of the same joke when we started. It's sort of like Plankton's going to try this, and then he's going to argue with Karen about it. And, and that was funny by itself. That just was a funny idea. But as the years went on, you can't just keep doing the same joke. So it became more of okay, I want to expand. So my biggest thing on the show, on the writing end, has always been to try to do more and more with Karen and bring Karen into it more and add her more to the world, so that there's more to, there's more depth to her character. She's not just coming in to make the snarky comment. She's coming in, and we know who she is as a character too, and that makes it richer. And I think I think over the years we've done that. I've been even just recently trying to, we did an episode where you meet some of Karen's friends, and that was part of that too. I want to see more of what is she doing, when she's not cleaning up Plankton's mess. What is she up to? And that kind of spurs a lot of different ideas for shows.
Yeah, and I think when the writing, like when the characters are, I just keep putting my hand right in front of the camera. That's so professional.
Touch the fans.
But when the writing, peels back, the layers and looks at different aspects of these characters, then you can vocally do that too. So, like Karen in the beginning, might have just been just Karen, just Karen's voice. And then as you see these different sides of her, you get to expand vocally, what that character sounds like. And especially in this movie with the different versions, you get to try all kinds of things. They're all part of Karen, but they're way different, aspects of her, which you didn't get to do before.
Yeah.
Well, what I know for sure is, one, we're definitely going to talk about this with everybody, especially if you're a fan, you're going to love this movie. And two, at this next Comic-Con, we need to do a karaoke with all the all the SpongeBob people, because I feel like there's a lot of musical stuff like buried deep in it that needs to get out somehow, some way. Yeah. So
you need to get Clancy singing more. That's what I want to do.
Yes.
I you know what? That's one of my goals now for the year. So that would be it for sure. I thank you both. Plankton, of course, on Netflix. It's fantastic. And more importantly, I think fans are going to absolutely love it. Anyone who's part of this world already knows what they're going to get. And I think SpongeBob is one of those universes that hasn't gotten lazy about what they're doing. It's just gotten better. So I thank you very much.
You.
And I hope both of you are having a great day.
Thanks,
You too. Take care, man.
Thank you.